What is up, my friends? Great to say we are back with another preview here on Anfield Agenda. It feels like an eternity since the Reds were last in action, but we take on Nottingham Forest in a 3 p.m. kickoff on Saturday. It isn't on TV in the UK, but don't worry, we've got you covered. Our watch along will be starting from 1:45 p.m, where we will take you through the game as always. We'll have our match reaction, our player ratings video, and even a late night agenda on Saturday night. So over the course of this video, here's what we're going to do. We're going to give you an injury update around the players available for the game from a Liverpool perspective. We'll have a look at Nottingham Forest form and a bit of a fact file on our opponents, and then we will go through and give you my predicted 11 and end up with a score prediction. Hopefully it sounds good, and if you enjoy the video, we'd love you to hit that like button. Any thoughts you have, feel free to let us know in the comment section, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already.
Hello everyone, Connor here, just jumping in. Just before we get into the team news, Arne Slot has done his press conference this morning, and unfortunately Florian Wirtz and Conor Bradley have been ruled out of the game after the international break, which is not ideal, is it? So look, Craig does have both of them in the starting 11, but just disregard that. The rest of the info is fine. We'll just update you here. Florian Wirtz and Conor Bradley are out. Look, what's more than likely is maybe Curtis Jones or Dominic Szoboszlai goes to right back and Cody Gakpo comes in on the left. Outside of that then, whoever comes into midfield is up to you. Maybe Curtis Jones or Szoboszlai plays in there. One of them plays midfield, one plays at right back. But I thought I'd just interject this just before we get into it. This was recorded before the press conference this morning. So anyway, back to Craig.
Right, delighted to say we finally got a little bit of good news on the injury front. Alisson Becker is expected to return to the starting 11 for this game, which is great news. Not that Georgie's done anything wrong, but Alisson Becker is Alisson Becker. And on top of that, Alexander Isak is in contention as well. He has started back training, so you should see him in the matchday squad, all going well. On top of that, we know Giovanni Leone is out for the remainder of the season, and Jeremy Frimpong is expected back from his hamstring injury in a couple of weeks. So that's where we're at with the injuries. Now let's have a look at a bit of a fact file on our opponents and their recent form. So, as you can see, Liverpool lost this exact fixture 1-0 last season, the only league game in which they failed to score all season long. They've not lost consecutive home league games against Nottingham Forest since way back in 1963. Forest have lost their last 6 Premier League away games against the reigning champions by an aggregate score of 24-2. Their last such victory was in December 1994, a 2-1 victory over Manchester United. Liverpool currently 8th in the Premier League table. It's the latest into a season they've started a match this low down the table since April 2023. Head-to-head, Premier League 24-25. We all know these scores. We remember them well. It was Nottingham Forest 1, Liverpool 1. Of course, Liverpool 0, Nottingham Forest 1 at Anfield. In 23-24, a little bit more respectable here for the Reds. At the City Ground, it was Nottingham Forest 0, Liverpool 1. And at Anfield, it was Liverpool 3, Nottingham Forest 0. As you can see, Forest's recent form has been a bit of a mixed bag coming into this one. They had a 3-1 victory over Leeds United in the Premier League. Then in the Europa League, it was 0-0 against Sturm Graz. They had a 2-2 draw with Manchester United in the Premier League. They lost 2-0 at the Vitality against Bournemouth. And in the Europa League, they had a very credible victory, 2-0 over Porto, which is quite impressive, to be honest with you. But coming into this one, well, we know what they're going to do. They're going to come, they're going to sit deep, they're going to defend, they're going to try for set pieces, and we're going to have to try and break them down and score early. So, with that in mind, let's start to have a little look at my predicted 11. We will start off, as we always do, with the goalkeeper and the centre-backs. Delighted to welcome back Alisson Becker, which is going to be great for the back line. Nothing against Georgi Mamardashvili, but again, Alisson Becker. So having Alisson back is brilliant. On top of that, look, we can expect Canade to come in alongside Virgil van Dijk because we don't really have increased competition there. Joe Gomez doesn't really seem to be in the manager's thinking, so we're just going to have to hope that we see a good performance from our 2 centre-backs in Virgil and Ibu. Now, fullback positions. It's a difficult choice actually on the left-hand side for this one, and I'll explain why I've gone with what I've gone with. So, left side, I've gone for Andy Robertson. Right side, of course, Conor Bradley. Now, the reason I've gone for Robertson on the left side is, I think if you look at the fixtures coming up over the next week, you've got Nottingham Forest at home in the league, and then midweek PSV Eindhoven at home in the Champions League. I reckon we could play Milos Kerkez against PSV Eindhoven and not have the same fear factor, perhaps, if he doesn't have his greatest game, that we would have against a Premier League rival. So for me, I think that's the sensible play here. Put Andy Robertson in for this one and bring Milos on for the game against PSV Eindhoven. So that's the back five. Alisson in goal, Bradley at right back, Robbo left back with our centre backs of Canade and Virgil. Into midfield, again, probably no real surprises here. The tried and tested midfield trio of Ryan Gravenberch, Alexis McAllister and Dominic Szoboszlai. Obviously, this midfield is the midfield our success was built on last season. And this season's been a bit of a mixed bag, of course. Mac has taken some time to get up to speed. Dominic Szoboszlai has been fantastic from the get-go. So I don't see any reason to change it here. Probably gives you a bit of an indication of what I'm doing further up the pitch. But in my midfield trio, Alexis McAllister, Ryan Gravenberch and Dominic Szoboszlai. So, into the front line. And you're all going to be screaming for Chiesa on the right-hand side, which is, of course, why I've put Mohamed Salah there, because we know what's going to happen. Doesn't matter what you think or what I think. It matters what the manager thinks, and the manager will most likely go for Mohamed Salah on the right, and I'm going for Florian Wirtz on the left. Reason being, I think Wirtz is a better footballer than Gakpo. It's kind of that simple for me. If you're going to bring in a player of that ilk, you're going to have to play him into form, and I think with the midfield providing us the balance it does, the best option is to pull Florian Wirtz off the left. It isn't his preferred position, and maybe when Mo goes to the AFCON, we'll see the manager rejig the 11 or maybe even the formation somewhat. But in this weekend's fixture, I'm going to go for Florian Wirtz on the left, Mohamed Salah on the right, and hopefully both gents have a great game and we can sing their praises afterwards, because I got to reiterate this. That's all we want to do. We don't want to be critical of anybody, but we also have to be realistic about what we're seeing. So that's the wide areas. Now, though, we'll finish up with the centre forward, and again, no real surprise here. I've gone for Ugo Ekitike. If it was a week or two down the line, maybe, like I said about Milos Kerkez, probably go with Isak for the game in the Champions League against PSV Eindhoven for various reasons. Hopefully getting him on the score sheet, build up match fitness and confidence. So that is my 11, ladies and gentlemen. Alisson Becker in goal, right back Conor Bradley, left back Milos Kerkez, centre back pairing for me in this one, your captain Virgil van Dijk and Ibrahima Kanade. A midfield of Alexis McAllister, Ryan Gravenberch and Dominic Szoboszlai, and then my front three, right hand side Mohamed Salah, left hand side Florian Wirtz, and through the middle Mr. Hugo Ekitike. So that is pretty much it, except for, of course, the score prediction. If you want to play along and let me know your thoughts in the comment section, score-wise, and of course on the starting 11. I'm sure that there are people who will disagree with either Wirtz on the left-hand side, Salah on the right-hand side, maybe one of the centre-backs, but I tried to go in between what I think the manager will do and what I think is realistic for the opponent. So for me, this is the best 11 we could put out. If you disagree, really am genuinely interested to know your thoughts. Right, so let's finish up now, ladies and gents, with the score prediction. For a few weeks in a row there, I was going 2-2, 2-2, draw after draw after draw. Not this time. I'm expecting a victory, so I've gone for Liverpool to beat Nottingham Forest by 2-0. And yeah, it's a bit ballsy of me to go with a clean sheet, but I think that's realistic. Some people during our chats in the week think that maybe this scoreline can be a little bit higher, as we'd seen not last season but the season before. We did have a 3-0 victory at Anfield, and something like that would be great for confidence, wouldn't it? This is a very positive week. We've got this game. If we can win, we've got another game midweek, which is very winnable at home against PSV Eindhoven, and hopefully that will start to instill some confidence back in the team. Like me, you're probably eager to see what type of formation and what way the manager sets up. But what I'll be looking for early in the game is Liverpool to be aggressive, Liverpool to try and get that early goal, because the longer it goes on, if Forest can keep a clean sheet, their confidence will build. We'll get a little bit more edgy. So start quickly, try and get that early goal, and then make Forest come out and have to come and play. So that is it. My thoughts on the game. Over to you guys now. I will see you guys for the game or the match reaction afterwards. Appreciate it. If I don't, have a wonderful weekend. Thank you so much for your time. Remember, there will be no late night agenda tonight, so we'll see you tomorrow for the game. Much love. Bye-bye.